Welcome all to another episode of Hermes Hot Takes, and I'd like to just start off this episode by saying free DoorDash girl, free the real ones, free my hots. Now, if you're like me and you at first were like, who is DoorDash girl? I'm here to educate you. I learned from an article, as I do most things, because I am what they called an old nigga. Whimsy, please pull up the article referring to DoorDash girl where we have her story here summarized. Okay, so we went to AOL News. Because this is just a crazy story, and I'm going to get straight into it, and I won't even waste our time. DoorDash driver facing felony charges after allegedly posting video of a partially naked man. Okay, scrolling down. Can we zoom in a little bit? Cool. So, we have a DoorDash driver was hit with serious charges after she was arrested for allegedly recording a partially naked man while making a delivery. Content creator Olivia Henderson was making a delivery to a residence in Oswego, New York last month when she says she filmed the customer passed out with his pants and underwear around his ankles, according to the New York Post. The door was allegedly wide open when she arrived. The 23-year-old contacted police and claimed she had been lured into the house by the man and described the incident as an instance of sexual assault. However, ring cam footage taken from the residence reportedly appeared to show Henderson letting herself into the home. And police reportedly stated the man in the video hadn't given her any indication to enter. Okay, let's keep scrolling on down. Police later issued a statement about the incident, and they described the man in the video as having been unconscious when Henderson took the video. Shiesty. Oswego police said the man in the video later cooperated with police and provided a statement. Police alleged no sexual assault occurred. Henderson had her account deleted by DoorDash. She allegedly posted video of the unclothed man on TikTok, and the company cited her sharing the video as the reason why she was dropped from the platform. Henderson was arrested last week and charged with 1 count of unlawful surveillance in the second degree and 1 count of dissemination of an unlawful surveillance image in the first degree, both felonies. Henderson is due on court on December 4th, and I already started off by saying, free my nigga DoorDash girl. Now, this article here might allege that there were crimes committed by DoorDash girl, but I had to do my researches. I had to do my Googles, y'all. Very hard to find this video, but I had to rip it one time off the interwebs for you. So let's see this alleged original video where she's being charged with a crime for doing. Very short video here. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, here.
That's up.
Okay, it says on the caption of the video, a man named Austin orders DoorDash, selects the option to have order left at door, sees his DoorDasher, me, has a female name, falls asleep on the couch with his pants and underwear to his ankles, and his front door is wide open in 59 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is what I see when I have to leave the order. Now, of course, she's dropping her order at the door. Man's has his pants at his ankles. His schlong is out, I assume, because it is blurred, but I assume his schlong is out, and he seems to be passed out on the couch. Now, this is an achievement. This is a feat here. Now, I don't think you guys understand how amazing this video is. To capture the angles, like she got the angle where we start off with the intro, looking at the food. Then it's the cinematic pan up, the Hollywood pan up. Run the video back, Whimsy. Not from the top, just from the quiet part. Yeah, right there. She got the video with the food, pans up to the man with his schlong out, right? Perfect tracking, right? You got to track that too. So you got to put a tracker, maybe in some editing application or Resolve or something like that, to actually censor it out. So there's a little bit of tracking going on, right? And then she dramatically walks away from the door, has the one bang over the eye, right? So we know that it's a grim circumstance because, you know, when Shorty got the one bang over the eye, it's an emotional time, bro. Generally, that's like Hot Topic girl type swag. I don't know if y'all old enough to know about Hot Topic girl type swag, but the sad girl type swag, everybody knows the one bang over the eye, hoodie up. She looks like to me that she was just violated. And what you need to know about this content creation game is y'all some selfish children out there. So y'all just might be selfish and not understand. This might have took a take or two. Yeah, mans might be asleep on the couch. He not really putting in no work in the cinematic production. But Shorty really lined it up perfectly. With the angles and everything, the door wide open to the left. We go see. Right? But then, of course, I had to go down the rabbit hole because apparently Shorty started posting like every day, like an update about the fact that DoorDash had played her, right? And that TikTok was playing her. TikTok was trying to take her video down. TikTok was trying to suspend her account. And DoorDash deactivated her account. So Shorty couldn't even pay rent. Please, Whimsy, pull up the next video from Shorty. Because Shorty really took it to a whole nother level of cinematic art that niggas ain't even seen before, bro. Go ahead. Please. I don't know if the mute just defaults to on. All right, run the video back. Click.
You guys, my account is currently at risk of being banned because I had to explain my story one time, right?
Oh, no.
They took the video down and gave my account a strike. So I explained my story, censored the video that I have just so they can't take it down for the same reason. They took it down for the same reason again, and now my account has a second strike. Guess what? If I get one more strike, I'm banned from TikTok.
Oh, shit.
So not only did I get assaulted 3 days ago on October 12th on Sunday.
What else?
I then lost my job.
What else?
The police are doing nothing.
What else?
And if I get one more account strike on TikTok, my account's done. This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember? I'm the victim. And they took down my video. They were going to have to pay me for my second story time because that was over a minute long. They were going to have to pay me for all those views I got. So nope, they took that right down.
They took the
check?
check?
They took that right down. Absolutely not. They're not paying me for that. Nope.
Yo. Come on, son. Pay. Somebody pay this girl. Somebody pay this girl right now. That was an amazing performance. See, I'm gonna tell you what the real issue I have with this is, right? Here's the real problem with this whole DoorDash girl story. Okay. Hollywood has collapsed. Right? Now, when I'm trying to pay my bills, trying to make some money, I work in this film game, this film industry, whatever, right? Where your whole job depends on you having to, sell shows to Netflix, HBO. And I go to one of these, like industry film parties or whatever, people who might have done Hollywood shows, people who do docs. We're all at dinner, right? And somebody had made the joke that their whole job is on pause and they don't know if they'll have a job again because, HBO is not buying any shows right now because HBO is about to merge with some other company. And somebody in passing makes the joke that isn't it great that we get to all spend the rest of our lives trying to get hired by the same three companies and, just whoring ourselves out, hoping that only one of three surviving companies left in Hollywood hire us. Because, all of streaming, all of Hollywood has just been merged so many times. There is legitimately, what is it? It's just Disney and I don't know whatever the next conglomerates are. I don't know. Yeah, Netflix is its own thing, I guess, still, right? And then there's some kind of merger with like AT&T that somehow includes everything else. No, I don't know. Whatever. It really comes down to there's just three niggas hiring all the rest of the people. And this industry called Hollywood has collapsed itself. And now we have young talent. We have a young genius actress, right? Who deserves a role in something, right? 20 years ago, DoorDash girl, right? We'd put her in something, right? She could be one of the minor characters in American Pie 2. She got that look in her eye a little bit that she seems to be just psychopathic enough to be one of the white girls who survive in a house full of crazy black women. She could have been in Bad Girls Club. This could have been the role for her. She could have been the one white chick in Bad Girls Club, who's just psychopathic enough to stay in the show. And every once in a while says something maybe a little racist, and it's a little spicy. They go back and forth. They throw her mattress over the balcony and we all love her. She deserves to be a star of some kind. Imagine her in the Paris Hilton era. See, I'm an old nigga, but when I was about like 5 years old to 10 years old, there was a golden age with I Love New York. What was Paris Hilton's reality show? Whatever, something? Whatever. Young, hot white girl throws up outside a club. That's what Paris Hilton's show was called. But it was in this era, this peak era, where a girl like DoorDash girl could have fucking made. Olivia Henderson would be a fucking household name. With a performance like that, my nigga, that was beautiful. That was heartwarming. But this this sinister, sick industry called Hollywood that only knows how to remake fucking superhero movies and true crime docs. It's this industry that has failed my girl Olivia Henderson, that they got this young talent doing DoorDash. And Shorty's out here making her own Oscar-winning performances. She shot, direct, did the cinematography, casted the bitch. She did everything. She did the hair and makeup. She got range. She went from just being freshly assaulted to realizing that it's a man's fucking world and pushing back against that. You know what I mean? And I know some of y'all at home being like, Hermes is not funny. She played with something that's real victims are going to be insulted by. I get it, right? But does Meryl Streep not play a role? I don't get it. It's acting, y'all. She's bringing awareness through her performance. She's there to perform. You feel me? Is anybody mad at Christian Bale that he not really Batman in real life? Is anybody mad at that nigga? Is anybody mad at who's the nigga who played Tony Stark? Whatever, some white guy, right? I can't remember his name right now. Is anybody mad that Tony Stark is not really Tony Stark in real life? What is his name? It's not Johnny Depp. Is it Johnny Depp? I wouldn't know. One of the white people. Is anybody mad that these people aren't really who they are in real life? They're here to open your mind. They're here to open your third eye. She gave the performance of a lifetime. Oscar. Give the shorty the Oscar. Matter of fact, who's the head of the Oscar committee? Pull this motherfucker up right now. Because if he don't give shorty the Oscar, I don't even know what the point of the whole awards ceremony is. The Oscars every year are running a whole ceremony where they run and give people awards for movies that no one ever watched. Who's the head of it? Lynette Howell Taylor. If you go over from the 4 tab there, so tab 4, it'll be pulled up there. Lynette Howell Taylor. Lynette, look, bitch. If Olivia Henderson does not win for that Oscar-winning performance she just gave on TikTok, we bringing back the guillotine. We're bringing back the guillotine. Now, I've been watching a lot of Professor Sky's covering of the Haitian Revolution, and right now I'm on an episode where the mulattoes, the mixed French and black slave population that was there in the colony at the time, they keep going back to France, and France is in the middle of revolution, and they just dropped the Declaration of the Rights of Man, and the mulattoes all like, but what about us? What about us mixed race Creoles? Like, I don't get it. And they keep chopping niggas' heads off, and niggas' heads is getting chopped off every episode. So maybe I'm really obsessed with this guillotine concept right now. But all I know, Lynette, if you do not give DoorDash Girl the Oscar for Best Actress in a Lead Role, also Best Cinematography, because I'm saying her angles is fucking on point, my nigga. We're bringing the guillotine back to Hollywood Boulevard. We're bringing the guillotine to Hollywood Boulevard, and heads will roll. Now, of course, we mean figuratively, metaphorically, okay? Everybody calm down. No one's threatening violence. But we're bringing the fucking guillotine back if we don't see her on that fucking Oscar stage next year, okay? Stop playing with me, bro. They need to stop playing. I don't really understand what's happening. Anyway, I believe there are more topics. There are more topics today. Oh, okay. There's a lame one here. Hip hop is not in the top 40. Did you realize that hip hop is not in the top 40 and is actually dying?
I don't listen to music anymore.
You don't listen to music anymore?
Well, I'll say I don't listen to new music anymore.
Wow. Okay, what are you listening to? You enlightened
Hannah Montana.
Boomer.
Hannah Montana.
You listen to the Disney soundtrack to Hannah Montana.
Truly. I was just listening to it. Yes, and it still hits.
Nah, you built different, bro. Still hits? Okay, go ahead, Google this. I think there was a CNN article. Is rap in its sad era or something? There was something crazy I read. Oh, okay, there's CNN. Are we living in a rap drought? Billboard charts suggest. Okay. So CNN is, doing the big capping for now, but let's get a little taste of this because I keep seeing these articles online about, oh, rap is dying, rap fatigue, oh, it's not on the top charts. That means the whole genre is falling off. Let's see. Because as a rapper, I guess I should, be informed on this, right? It feels like the Billboard charts could use a good rap beef right about now. I already hate it. I already hate the first sentence of this article, but continuing. That's because, according to the publication, for the first time since 1990, there's no hip-hop in the top 40 of the Billboard 100 chart. With Kendrick Lamar and SZA's 13-week Billboard Hot 100 #1 Luther falling off the Hot 100 dated October 25th, 2025, there were officially no rap songs in the chart's top 40 last week, Billboard reported. The last time that happened was the week of February 2nd, 1990, when the top-ranking rap song was Biz Marquis's eventual top 10 hit, Just a Friend, which had just climbed to number 41 on the chart. All right, now I'm just already over this. Fuck this article. Okay. I'm going to keep this short. This is all I got to say about this. If you consider yourself a rap fan and the fact that Billboard top 40 doesn't include any rap, if that hurts your feelings, if that feels important to you, if you feel like you've lost something, you personally just sitting at home or scrolling on TikTok, if it matters to you, I think the best thing for you to do is to respectfully go kill yourself. Now, let me explain why that is. You see, when we listen to music, we just listen to it. Like, we just catch a vibe. I don't get why it matters so much to niggas who's on top, who's selling the most. I feel like half the fixation when I look at hip hop news or hip hop journalism just seems to be who flopped and who sold what this week. And I don't really see what the fuck that got to do with music. You should be able to find music. If you like music, you go through your little recommendations on Spotify. You might have a couple blogs or something you follow, and that's just your world. I don't know. Do you need Billboard to tell you which rappers to listen to? Like what? Do you wait for the Billboard charts to come out every week so you can decide who you're going to listen to that week? Because if you do, then respectfully, you should probably just go kill yourself. Because it's just like, that's just not how the world works, fam. You should just like what you like. You don't need Universal, Sony, and Warner just directing all of your musical tastes and opinions. Like, do you? And the tricky thing about this, the interesting thing about this, I'm pretty sure that the biggest negative, okay, there is some negative. The biggest negative to Billboard top 40, not including hip hop, is I'll no longer have to debate who won the Drake and Kendrick beef with baristas in a bar in Williamsburg. I'll no longer have to take, hot takes about how Kendrick is more real and of the culture and how Drake is more of a culture vulture from white girls who say they don't even listen to rap music that much, that they don't even like rap music that much, but yet they still have an opinion on these things. Like, the biggest downfall of Billboard top 40, not including hip hop, is that all y'all motherfuckers who don't care about hip hop don't have, anybody to tell you how to form your musical taste. And we all, all of us in hip hop really love having all y'all motherfuckers who don't like hip hop always having an opinion about our music. So we will really miss y'all motherfuckers. Like, we gonna miss all the casual fans who secretly love to hate on this rap shit, who secretly love to be like, all the shit sounds the same, who secretly love to just drag the shit down like all of it's just low vibrational music, but they've only ever heard the shit from rap that plays on the top 40. Like, they ain't a whole other genre. Like, Spotify ain't bed said that the majority of music that's even being released is being released by independent artists these days. Like, the majority of the thousands of songs that are posted every day, above 50% come from independent artists. So I'm sure that everybody who's so caught up in Billboard not being on the top 40 is very plugged in to how, fruitful the culture is. Like, my nigga, we got, and even if you like the top 40 shit, even if you like the big shit, we got so many good shit this year. We got my nigga Cardi, right? Shawty gonna let me crush, that shit was fire, right? We had what's these niggas? Kodak just dropped some heat, right? My nigga Lil Herb just dropped some heat. Whimsy just gave the half. It's heat. I don't care what nobody say. That shit is heat, right? The Pusha T Clips album was fucking heat. The new Chance album was fucking heat. It's like, how much more heat do y'all niggas need? Or do you just need Billboard, Big Daddy Overlord, to tell you that shit is fire for you to go listen to it? Because let me know, because I just don't even know how this is a conversation anymore. Like, if you have a problem with rap right now, then leave rap, nigga. Leave the rap shit alone. We got this on this side, bro. But it's doing fine. Hip hop not dying, bro. I promise. Honestly, I was a little harsh before. I told niggas to respectfully go kill themselves. That there's no place for that anywhere, right? Mental health, the real thing. That's cool. But if you are a real rap fan and you are hurt in any way, right, that the Billboard Top 40 don't got no rap tracks on it, this is gonna be your remedy. This is what I need for you to do. You're gonna go ahead. You're gonna take a flight to LA, right? And you're gonna go to Lucien Grange's house. Lucien Grange is the head of Universal Music Group, one of the biggest conglomerates, in music. Own a lot of music rights and other things of, artists who are generally on the Billboard charts. You're gonna go to Lucien Grange's house. You're gonna knock on his door. Right? You're going to hand him a bottle of KY. And Lucian's going to look kind of confused. He'd be like, what is this for? Right? You're going to walk past him. You're going to bend yourself over on his kitchen countertop. It's probably going to be granite or marble or something like that. Right? You're going to pull your pants down to your ankles. You're going to turn back to Lucian and look him in those big, beautiful eyes of him. And you're going to say, Daddy, take me now. And after Lucian is done digging in your guts, then you should climb up to the top floor of his penthouse where there'll be a stairs to the roof. Get on the roof, tiptoe over to the ledge, jump off, and respectfully go and kill yourself. That's what you should do. That should honestly be the solution for you if it's an issue. There's also what bothers me. Okay, I said I wasn't going to go on too long about this, but this is also what bothers me. The Billboard charts, guys, is a farce. It's a farce. I remember there's an episode of Lex Friedman where Bill Ackman, which is one of the biggest stakeholders, I guess he's a hedge fund manager he's a billionaire. He parks a lot of his billions in Universal Music Group. See, let me explain to you what the Billboard charts do. The Billboard charts, right, are generally just a bunch of these big music conglomerates, whether it's Universal, Sony, and Warner. What they do, they take their songs for their artists and they bot the streams, right? So they get a bunch of, bot farms, and they have a bunch of people that they're paying maybe like 5 cents a day in India to play these songs on repeat. And I'm not even saying that real people, whether or not it's in India or Brazil or United States or Europe, are not actually listen to these songs, or they're not running real marketing campaigns to get organic traffic to these songs. But what you have to understand is it's all sitting under a bed of bots, these just inorganic streams. And Spotify, Apple, all these companies, they know it, but these big conglomerates, Universal, Sony, Warner, also have a stake in these companies. So they know how to do their botting and just kind of keep it on the hush, or maybe they turn a blind eye. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But basically what they're doing, they'll take big artists, what they'll do is it's like a little volume knob on the little bots, and they'll turn the little volume knob up, and then Ariana Grande will be, the top thing for however many weeks, and then the next conglomerate, whether it's Universal, Sony, or Warner, will turn the volume knob up on their artist, and then it will be Taylor for the next couple weeks, and then the knob will go up on Drake, and then he'll be on the top of the charts, and then it's Kendrick, and they're on the top of the charts. It's not that real people aren't listening, but it's all sitting under a bed of bullshit, kind of like the stock market. Like, real companies are making real products in the world, and you can actually buy things from all these Fortune 500 companies, but a lot of this underlying justified stock price is sitting under a bed of bullshit. And the Billboard Top 40 is really no different, because what they do, they take these numbers, these album sales, these single sales, these streams that really are nothing, really are just a bunch of bullshit. And then they go back to these billionaires like Bill Ackman, who park their money along with their hedge fund buddies. They all park their money in these conglomerates, and they justify their entire existence based off these charts that are a bunch of bots and bullshit. And they do that in perpetuity, just over and over and over again in these cycles. And at the end of the year, this label buys this label, this conglomerate wants to merge with this conglomerate. And it's all based on these Billboard charts, which is a whole bunch of bullshit. And if you think I'm just capping, and Hermes tells no cap on this show, even when I'm shooting off the hip, which right now I am shooting off the hip. I don't give a fuck. I don't need facts. But I'm not capping right now. This nigga Bill Ackman, one of the biggest stakeholders in Universal Music, he literally kind of spells out why he parks his billions in Universal. He literally says this shit in a Lex Friedman interview. He spells this shit out. I would encourage anybody who thinks I'm capping right now, go listen to his interview where he literally says the whole business model of Universal is to find a young, talented kid when they're 18, take him, sacrifice that child to the satanic god Baal, right? And after the human sacrifice and eating of his innards and drinking the baby's blood, they take his soul and they sign his soul to a contract where they earn royalties and commissions off his brand and his music in exchange for pushing that artist and giving him the push he needs to reach the world. It's the way Bill Ackman, wraps it up. But he basically says that. He says that. He says, all you got to do is find the 18-year-old kid who has the talent, right? And sacrifice them to Baal and get the soul signed in a contract. And then I park my billions in Universal. And then it ends up just, it's almost like a savings account that builds interest, All you got to do is, sacrifice the little 18-year-old, some 17-year-old. I forget what age he says, but he makes it very clear that you must find the child before the frontal lobe is developed who makes the good music and get his soul early. Get the soul early. That's the key to the music industry right here. Get the soul early. And if you've taken the time, right, to pay so closely attention to album sales and numbers and who's on top and top 40, and this is the first time you're hearing any of the things that I'm telling you right now, you had the time to be concerned with the Billboard Top 40, but you never had the time to be concerned with the fact that all of it is bullshit and fake, then, I've said it before, but it just might be time to pull the trigger. It might be time to take one too many Xanax and mix it with the wine and finish the job, because we don't need to be having this conversation anymore in hip hop, nigga. Rap is just rap, nigga. Fuck the Billboard, nigga. Suck a dick. I have other things to say. I think I have other things to say. What are the other topics that this old man doesn't know about? Oh, quarter zips. I also didn't know what quarter zips were when these young people keep using it as a phrase in video. So I had to learn. I had to educate myself. Again, I read an article because I'm old. We learned more about this Gen Z quarter zip movement is about more than fashion. Okay. So what is this, Newsweek? Let's see if Newsweek knows how to do journalism. My concern is I don't read, but when I read, I'm just insulted by all this, what we call journalism nowadays. Everybody writes journalism like it's fucking TikTok captions or something. Could we stop? Sorry, this is a side tangent. Could I get back to the quarter zips movement? Let's learn about the quarter zips movement, guys, through an article. The quarter zip movement is dominating Gen Z culture, and its adopters say that the style statement goes far beyond just fashion. The quarter zip is a type of sweater that has a zipper going just a quarter of the way down its neck length. I love the definition of quarter zip. It's been seen amongst Wall Street and finance professionals historically, but now the style is being reclaimed by a younger Black audience. Why it matters. Fashion style can make both a significant impact and a commentary on culture. As younger Gen Z consumers look to adopt the quarter zip as a fashion trend, it could signal something deeper about a push to be seen as professional and classy despite previous stereotypes regarding age and race. So is this just saying young niggas don't want to be young niggas anymore? I'm sorry, YNs don't want to be YNs anymore. Let's clean it up. Because, yes, this is a journalistic article. So what to know, the quarter zip has gone viral over the internet, with rapper T-Pain even rocking look on social media with the caption 401k and a quarter zip. Many men have posted their quarter zip outfits online to show off their elevated style, and women have also taken note. TikTok user Mayhalshay, whatever, posted a video with the in-frame caption, "I just found out about the quarter zip movement and men just earned 10% of my respect back." 10%? 10% is a lot. That's a lot of respect. All right, well, let's take a little break here on this article. Can we go and see some of this trend that's viral. Let's go to the TikToks as the youths go. Let's pull up some quarter zips.
We don't do Nike Tech.
You don't?
We don't do coffee. There's straight quarter zips and matches around here.
Next videos. Go down. No. Down arrow. Yes.
We don't do Nike Tech. We don't do coffee. There's straight quarter zips and matches around here.
Okay. Let's give a little pause right here. So it appears that the youth of many races, I even see, a young Asian boy in here. I see a pink dread gentleman. He looks like a light-skinned African American. And then, a brown-haired or black-haired African American there with the dreadlocks. With the quarter zip trend, it looks like. I'm dropping pillows. The quarter zip trend. So we all know that this is the first time that black people have ever worn a quarter zip sweater before. So there's clearly a momentous time in history, because I don't think I've ever even seen that before. It's not the full zip. Like, I've seen the black guy in the full zip, but the quarter with the tie underneath. I don't think a black kid has even put on a tie before. Have you ever seen that before, Whimsy? I'm not sure. Let's see another video. Let's scroll down. This is legendary shit right here. How quarter zip ninjas settle beef is what the caption says. They're playing chess, souping each other up, and then the other guy's dramatically pulling a chess piece. Okay, I'm getting the vibe. So now the ninjas are settling beef with chess because the quarter zips are that powerful. Next video, please. How dudes start moving when they get a quarter zip. They're dripping matches, playing chess. Okay, next video.
We don't do Nike Tech. We don't do coffee. There's straight quarter zips and matches around here.
Okay.
He was talking about putting on.
So I think this is the dude who started the shit. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the guy who actually started the shit right here. Who is Jason? Okay. Can we go to Who is Jason's page? Who is Jason? If you go to the next tab over there. Because I think this is the quarter zip founder right here. Who is Jason? Yeah. And he's explaining why he started the quarter zip movement. Can we get... This is the same guy? Same guy, no? Am I getting racist here? Do they all just look alike? They all look alike, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I can't tell them apart. They're wearing the quarter zips. I'm not saying anything else. They look alike because they're wearing the quarter zips. Relax. Hit play, please.
And another thing, I am the founder of the quarter zip movement.
Bang.
And there are some things I would like to discuss.
Yes.
For one, I would not tolerate hate on another group of black men. This movement that I've created has allowed so many black men to win in so many different ways. The only thing I could do is be grateful.
I feel like I'm winning, my nigga.
Before starting the quarter zip trend / quarter zip movement, I had a smaller following of about 7,000 supporters.
Don't flex.
Who interact with my videos every single day. Y'all know who y'all are. Shout out y'all.
Shout out to day ones.
That being said, starting this movement has grown my platform immensely. But something a lot of my new supporters are failing to realize is that I'm not just about quarter zips.
He's not just about quarter zips.
My faith, my fitness, and just being relatable, feeling like somebody.
I've heard enough.
FaceTime, just being in your.
So he made it clear he did not make the quarter zip movement to disparage any particular group of men. But now he sees that his people is fucking winning because they got the quarter zips. And I love to see a nigga winning. Sorry. I love to see a YN winning. So let's get back to the article. Let's see the fruits of your labor. Who is Jason? Let's see how bigger society here in Newsweek.com is receiving said movement. Is this where we were? Another TikToker, right? Another TikToker, Tamu Atimi, who goes by I am Tamuno. Yeah, there we go. I am Tamuno on the platform created a video pointing out that even Nike, which historically promoted its tech suits in the younger black community, is promoting its quarter zip apparel as well. Many individuals have associated Nike techs with African American culture. Atmi told Newsweek, pointing out their prevalence in college basketball, high school, and even NBA teams. Gen Z also seen many rappers sport Nike techs, boosting their initial popularity. However, the movement toward quarter zips is fueled by a younger generation looking to leave behind the negative stereotypes sometimes associated with Nike tech suits, Adami said. Even with all the positive things about Nike techs, such as the comfortability, that's always one that gets me, comfortability, and the look, they can get a bad reputation strongly because not everyone that wears a Nike tech makes them a good person, Adami said. There are times when individuals are caught doing crimes such as stealing, burglary, etc. Since these individuals are caught on camera, usually, what are they wearing? A Nike tech. Bum, bum, bum. Quarter zips, meanwhile, are associated with being preppy and well put together, Adami said. Jason Gyamfi, an Instagrammer and TikTok user under the Who Is Jason handle, has been credited with the rise of the quarter zip and declared it elegant and classy, sparking the trend to take over in many younger black circles. We don't do Nike techs, we don't do coffee. It's straight quarter zips and matchas around here. Now, who is the genius author of this article? Because I'm actually starting to think this article is kind of amazing. Who is it? Susan Blake or whatever? Okay. My white queen, Susan Blake. Now, this is the thing I like about this art. This is the thing that's actually amazing about this article. It's low-key the most overtly racist an article can be without being overtly racist. Like, with all plausible deniability of any racism at all. It's like somehow beautifully racist. And it's like, that is actually such a fine line to like traverse and cross back and forth between that low-key the article itself is actually amazing. Can we scroll back down? Who is she quoting? Because she's quoting somebody here who can I only assume is OIN, who subscribes to the quarter movement. His name is what? I am Tamuno? Scroll up a little bit. I am Tamuno, right? Can we search him up on TikTok? I am Tamuno. Could we just copy paste him on TikTok there? Because you have the quotes here, right? Since these individuals are caught on camera, usually, what are they wearing? A Nike tech. So it's just like, YNs are going to be YNs. But we're not those YNs. Okay, so they got young man trying to make his way in the world with 1,400 followers or whatever. And then we have Newsweek. We can go back to the article. I just want to see his follower count. And we have Newsweek quoting him. So they go and they find the first TikTok kid who seems to, also be going viral off the trend. And they quote him. And you can't say it's racist because he's saying it. And I think that's where Susan's actually kind of genius. Because if you quote the young black kid saying that who's always the person in the store stealing and robbing from the store, it's the kid in the Nike tech, and we're the black kids who wear the quarter zips, then there's nothing racist actually happening. And that is actually almost like the 4D chess, the levels going on right here is actually so crazy that Shorty actually just ate with that one. Oh, scroll down a little bit because there's more to the quote. And all y'all think I'm dragging it. There's more. There's more to the quote from the beautiful white queen who wrote the article. If he'll ever let me scroll past the ad. There we go. Where we go back to at me, the I am Tamuno guy that we just looked at. Young black kid going viral off this trend with only 1,400 followers, now getting interviewed by a huge national publication, Newsweek, quoted here. People are ready to change the narrative in the community, Adami said. Quarter zips are associated with class, status, and wealth, cleanliness, healthy eating habits. The community looks hungry for a change, and this looks like a stepping stone for that. Who knew that after decades of struggling for civil rights, fair housing, better schools, that all us niggas really needed to do was put on a quarter zip, and all that would have stopped? This is why you gotta love TikTok, my nigga. This is why you have to love TikTok. Because I was not aware that the only thing holding black people back was the lack of suburban dad apparel. I didn't know. I wasn't aware. But of course, I've never even seen a nigga in a quarter zip. I've never even seen a black man wear a sweater with a tie. I didn't know this combination was possible. I thought we just had to wear Jordans and sweats. I thought I didn't know. I didn't know there was another way of being. I didn't know there was another way to be. And do you not feel ready for a change? See, this is it's so genius to me. It's so genius to me that Suzanne, what is her name? Suzanne blah, blah, blah. Suzanne Blake deserves a Pulitzer Prize. Pull up. Who gives out the Pulitzer Prize? Who is on the board for the Pulitzer Award? Type that into Google. Who's on the board? I need to know right now. Because I don't know what sleepy, nobody read, oh, blah, 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 is best time, New York Times bestseller, blah, blah, blah. Oh, everybody read this article. Nobody gives a fuck. Give Suzanne Blake the fucking Pulitzer. Who is it? Neil Brown and Tommy Shelby? Those are the co-chairs? Whatever. We'll focus on Neil and Tommy. Neil and Tommy, if Suzanne Blake does not get the Pulitzer Prize for writing the most overtly racist, not overtly racist article of all time, we're bringing back the guillotine. We're bringing the guillotine to Columbia University. I know Columbia is where they get that shit out or whatever. The guillotine will be in the square. I know they closed off the campus ever since the Gaza protests, and now they think it's all secure. No, my nigga. We're burning down the gates. We're bringing the guillotine in front of the library at Columbia, and heads are gonna roll if my white queen, Suzanne Blake, does not win the Pulitzer for the most overtly racist, not overtly racist article of all time. Because it's a chef's kiss. You can't really get better than that, my nigga. You can't get any better. And it's like, it's not as if Steve Harvey has been not saying this shit since the 90s. Steve Harvey, y'all Gen Z niggas, I don't know, y'all might just know this nigga as the bald nigga who hosts Family Feud sometimes. This nigga Steve Harvey, in his 3-piece suits, has been telling niggas to pull their pants up and put on a 3-piece suit to be rich like him. Like that's his keys to success. If you read, I don't know if he got a book, but if he got a book, the first page is nigga, pull your pants up and wear a 3-piece suit. This nigga been saying this lame shit since the 90s. But apparently we've revitalized this because TikTok, the whole point of TikTok is to take everything everybody knew already and just make it seem new and like it's, oh my God, it's the first time we ever discovered this thing, right? That's the whole, shtick with TikTok. So I understand that this is now our wave of, pull your pants up and don't wear Nike Tech so that you don't seem like the niggas on the news doing crime. I get it, right? But you need a genius, a young genius like Suzanne Blake to really just thread the threads together, to make it all new, to make it make sense for niggas. You know what I mean? And I get it. I get it. Is there other stuff we supposed to be talking about? Zoran? Okay, I want to talk about Zoran. But there needs to be, I didn't even prepare for this one. Kris Jenner just had her 70th birthday. Oh, yeah. Could we just type one time? Because I need to see the John of all Johns. See, and I'm really going to be short on this topic. Let me just adjust the mic real quick. Kris Jenner has become the John of all Johns, okay? No, you got to go to IG. Go to IG because I need the whole, what is it called? The whole panorama. See, why are you using ChatGPT? See, the problem with Whimsy, she's been bought by ChatGPT. I don't know if she got a sponsorship or something, but now this is her go-to for everything. It isn't? You were just on ChatGPT just then?
I wasn't on ChatGPT. I was on some kind of tab that I don't even know what it is because you have it in French. Also, you're not logged in.
Blame a nigga for being educated. Take that. Damn, I'm not logged in. Thank you very much. I need all the angles. You're not going to play my girl, Kris Jenner. We had to pull it up on Instagram. Make it as big of a screen as you can. Please let the audience see my girl, Kris Jenner, has become the John of all Johns. Now, my only hot take of the episode. I think Kris has taken a page out of Kanye's book. Now, follow me here. Kanye, genius record producer, also reformed neo-Nazi, who knows? But whatever. Let's go back to old Kanye. Genius record producer, produces hits at Rockefeller Records, sits under the shadow of giants when he himself knows he's a genius, he's a giant, he deserves to be a rapper, but spends years making Jay-Z's best songs, making Jay-Z's best beats, sitting in the cut behind the engineering board, nobody giving him love, nobody giving him shine, nobody giving him gratitude for what he built for other niggas. And then finally, when he got his time, said, fuck it. I'm gonna shoot my own video. Fuck it. I don't need no big budget from Rockefeller Records. I'm gonna go out with my mans. I'm gonna shoot my own music videos. I'm gonna put my own album together. I don't care if nobody believes in me. Because after all these years, sometimes you work mad hard for other niggas and build them up and realize that these niggas not doing shit for you. These niggas don't see the time you put into them. These niggas don't pay off your genius. Now, where does that relate? Back to Kris Jenner. Back to the John of all Johns. Now, because I'm in a committed relationship as a straight man, I do watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians with my shorty because, you know, it's one of her favorite shows.
It's the Kardashians now.
Respect on the name. Put some respect on the name, Hermes. It's the Kardashians now. I do watch the Kardashians, right? Now, generally the show is actually boring as fuck. But the plot line, literally, of every season, right, is these ungrateful ass motherfucking kids bitching about the empire that their genius mother built for them. Bitching that, oh, I have to wake up and then every part of my day is some kind of brand sponsored ad and I'm just burnt out and I just want to have a family and kids, but Kris is always showing up.
Don't complain.
It's the subtext of everything. What? Courtney?
It's just Courtney.
It's just Courtney? Fine. Kim don't complain, but Kim's a robot. She's kind of gives like NPC answers. It's not really real. And Chloe, yeah, she gets with the vibe sometimes. I feel like they all push back on Kris. I feel like they all be playing Kris. Like, she's the one. No, they do be complaining because they always complain when she wants to do a party. It's every year mom's party has to go just how mom's party goes and everything has to be perfect. And we know mom will be upset if the vacation doesn't go just as planned. Oh, we know mom will be upset. They give ungrateful kid vibes. They give spoiled kid vibes when that shorty did everything. She's the one, right, who had the vision to have her daughter in the sex tape and then market the sex tape and roll it into the $1 billion empire. She is the one who said, all my kids is going to link up with all the poppin' rappers and ball players and we going to make this shit look cool. She's the one who says my daughters are going to be the standard of Western beauty ideals that Eastern European women with lip fillers and BBLs will be the standard of Western beauty. She did that. And she's sitting on billions because of it. And after years pouring in, just like Kanye, behind the fucking desk at the mix board. Kris was at the mix board for years with these ungrateful bitches. Time after time. Time after time. No, I don't care what nobody says. Because she did it all as a parent. And she finally decided, why am I wasting time making y'all the baddest baddies in all of culture when I can be the baddest baddie in all of culture? She decided this time, after whatever this round of surgery was, whatever this round of facelifts was, she and her doctor sat down and said, fuck it, make me badder than all these bitches. I don't even need them. And Kris Jenner has finally surpassed them all and become the baddest Kardashian. Now, I know everybody would be like, y'all wildin', blah, blah, blah. Oh, what are you saying? They're all beautiful. No. She is now the baddest of them all. I don't know what mixture of baby's blood and modern plastic surgery science has made this 7-year-old woman look like such a piece. But she has graduated to John of all Johns. You see her with the rose right there? Could you give me a humble scroll one time? I know you scrolled before, but I was deep in my bag. I just need to admire now. She has the blicky. Look at her. She got her man. She got her blick. She the John of all Johns. I don't want to hear no debating on who the baddest Kardashian sister is. Kris Jenner is now the baddest Kardashian sister. It's official. I've said it here. I don't want no debating. She's the baddest and she deserves it. Right? People finally peeping the genius, right? Also, they're very covert with their plastic surgeries or who their surgeon is, right? Could we Google one time? I know we've been coming after a lot of niggas who run committees. Who is the chair of the Nobel Prize Committee? Pull that up real quick. I don't know. They give it out somewhere in Europe. Because all I know is it's a bunch of niggas every year who do a bunch of science shit that nobody cares about, right? The current chair of the Norwegian Nobel Committee is Jorgen Watne Friednes? I gotta stop trying to pronounce names. Is it Jorgen? Is that how you pronounce it? My nigga Jorgen. If Kris Jenner's plastic surgeon, whoever he or she may be, does not win the Nobel Prize for science for making this 70-year-old woman the John of all Johns, we're bringing the guillotine back to Norway. We're pulling up and we're taking you brown cheesy and motherfuckers and we putting y'all motherfuckers on the guillotine. I don't care. Your brown cheese can't save you. Your weird dried out shark meat. I don't know. Don't they do weird shit like that over there? All that shit's coming to an end because niggas is going on the guillotine, nigga. That shit cannot save you, my nigga. Your sovereign wealth son. Oh my God, it's a whole Oedipus complex I got going on here. Sovereign wealth fund cannot save you. Your oil money cannot save you, Norway. Heads are gonna fucking roll off the fucking guillotine, Jorgen. If Kris Jenner's plastic surgeon does not win the fucking Nobel Prize, I swear to God. There's a lot of people on the guillotine this episode. Figuratively. Metaphorically. Everybody relax. We don't condone violence here. That was supposed to be a short aside, but I kind of went off the deep end. Zorhan. We're here to talk about Zorhan, right? Zoran. Why are we saying Zorhan? Why you got me saying Zorhan? Oh my God. Zoran. You can't... People like Whimsy really be trying to set you up right here, bro. You can't be having them. Now, Zoran Mamdani, liberator of New York City from the fascist regime, recently won here in New York. I voted for him, so glad to see it or whatever. Now, he had a little press conference with Donald Trump, who he previously called a fascist, and Donald Trump previously called him a communist and said communism was coming to New York City. But they both, got together as communists and fascists do and decided to have a press conference. And people were pretty surprised by the press conference. And I know niggas is bored by politics, so I watched most of it, so you didn't. And I just want to skip through some timestamps because I just want to give some of the most flames moments. So let's just do a little highlights. So it's not here. It's not here. Not here. Go to CNN. Not here, Whimsy. Not here. Go to CNN.
Blacks.
Some very liberal people, he won't surprise them because they already like him.
And Mr. Mamdani, it sounds like you had a productive discussion, but just days ago you referred to President Trump as a despot who had betrayed the country. You said you'd be his worst nightmare and accused him of having a fascist agenda. Are you planning to retract any of these remarks in order to improve your relationship?
I think both President Trump and I, we are very clear about our positions and our views, and what I really appreciate about the president is that the meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, which there are many, and also focused on the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers. And frankly, that is something that could transform the lives of the 8.5 million people who are currently struggling under a cost of living crisis, with 1 in 4 living in poverty. And the meeting came back again and again to what it could look like to lift those New Yorkers out of struggle and start to deliver them a city that they could do more than just struggle to afford it, but actually start to live in it.
All right, pause right there.
I've been called much worse than a despot, so it's not that insulting.
He's been called much worse than a despot, so it's not that insulting. Now, Trump is the president of America. Zoran is only the president of New York City. So he's gonna need the help of the federal government. We know that Zoran has to take the meeting. We know, right? It's just the chilledness, right, of the fascists meeting with the communists. I just love that modern politics has boiled down to a funny dad joke, a fascist and a communist walk into a bar and go, hey, we have a lot in common. It's just that level of ridiculousness is what politics have boiled down to. There's a second time code there on the notes. Could you find that one for me? The next bite here. I'm just jumping between the bites here so you can just get the gist of what's going on.
You know, we want to get them out. And the mayor wants to have peace. We discussed this at great length, actually, maybe more than anything else. He wants to have a safe New York. Ultimately, a safe New York is going to be a great New York. If it's not safe, no matter how well we do with pricing and with anything else, we can talk about anything you want. If you don't have safe streets, it's not going to be a success. So we're going to work together. We're going to make sure that if there are horrible people there, we want to get them out. I think he wants to get them out maybe more than I do. So we'll work together. We discussed it.
You can pause it there.
Length. Yes, please.
Yeah, two questions, if I may. One for you, Mr. President.
So just that he was talking about ICE. And the fact that they both agree that they need to get the criminals out, and that's the priority of ICE, is getting dangerous criminals out of the country. Previously, I believe Zoran said that what Trump was doing with ICE is, a fascist agenda, and that the way he's using ICE is a fascist agenda. But they seem to have agreed that ICE should be used to remove criminals, which I guess there's no debate in that. I guess it should be used for that purpose or whatever. You can't really, argue against that. But he doesn't seem to have, much to say about the way ICE has been used in a fascist manner. All of a sudden, it's just, ICE is being used to remove criminals. But I get it. He's in a meeting with the guy. It's fine. It's cool. Can we get to the next time code?
I have to be honest with you, I've focused very little on resolutions. Frankly, I've been focusing...
Condemn socialism.
I understand. I think the focus is on the work at hand. I can tell you I am someone who is a democratic socialist. I've been very open about that. And I know there might be differences about ideology, but the place of agreement is the work that needs to be done to make New York City affordable. That's what I look forward to.
And I want to clarify your answer to Stephen Nelson. He asked about your comment calling the president a fascist. And your answer was, both President Trump and I have been clear about our positions and our views. Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
And Mr. President, I wanted to ask you also about...
Pause that right there. Pause on the motherfucking play. He just settled him down. Trump really just settled this nigga Mamdani down. Mamdani gets asked, just to clarify, Mamdani gets asked, hey, do you still think this nigga Trump a fascist? Because you had that hot shit to say about him last week. Where that energy right now? And he starts his whole little monologue like, I stand on it. I said what I said, but we have our differences, when we're here coming together. And Trump swoops in and settles him down. Like how your auntie settles down your homophobic uncle at Thanksgiving. That's how Trump settle this nigga down. Like, you go to Thanksgiving, right? You sit down and your auntie and uncle, your Uncle Harry come over. We know Uncle Harry kind of old school. He got his own opinions or whatever. We all sitting down to eat. Uncle Harry asks you, oh, how's your friend Peter doing from middle school? You go, Uncle Harry, we told you this before. Peter is now Patricia. And Uncle Harry goes, well, that's the problem with kids these days. And your aunt, God bless her soul, grabs your uncle right on the arm and gives him a little pat. Goes, Harry, settle down. We're not doing this year. Harry, settle down. Oh yeah, well, back in my day, Harry, eat your mashed potatoes, Harry. There's pumpkin pie. We have pumpkin pie, Harry. Don't you like that? We're not about to talk about that. This nigga Mamdani got settled down like the right-wing uncle at Thanksgiving that nobody wants to hear from. That's what our liberator, our socialist liberator, Zoran Mamdani, after liberating the city of New York from a fascist regime, which is what everybody in the news just told me just happened. It's what all the whites of Bushwick said just happened. It's what all the whites of Greenwich Village. It's what all the transplants said just happened. And yeah, a couple really down, actually legit communists, black folk in Brooklyn, they all seem to come together as this coalition of liberals and agree that we just did some shit electing this nigga Mamdani. I'm not saying the nigga shouldn't even go to meet with the president. The president could really fuck up the city. But that nigga just got settled down. Right? He just got settled down. If you're a Mamdani voter and you don't agree with me that nigga just got settled down, right? You just need to do me a favor, right? take Zoran's dick out your mouth, come back up from air, and rewatch the clip I just watched. Because he got settled down. No? Is that not what just happened? He got shut down. Now, it's not the meeting I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with the meeting. But it's like, if you're going to call somebody a fascist and the other guy is going to call somebody a communist, you know what I mean? But really on the liberal side, whatever. Who cares what Trump does? Trump don't really believe in nothing. He's just a clout chaser. If you're going to call somebody a fascist, does anybody remember that time during World War II where FDR went to meet with Hitler? Like after D-Day happened, after we invaded France, when we were in existential fight with the Nazis, with the spread of fascism across the world. Does anybody remember that time where FDR and Hitler held the press conference and they both showed up in the Oval Office, right? And, FDR wheeled in his little wheelchair or whatever, and Hitler came in, all, drugged up and methed up and whatever the fuck, right? And Hitler got on the mic and they said, Hitler, you've called America an existential threat in the past, and you said you'd destroy us. How's your thoughts changed now? And Hitler goes, Uber Volkswagen Kinder, I don't know, something in German. And then FDR just taps him on the shoulder. He says, whoa. Settle down. You don't have to explain yourself. What we decided is this guy fucks and I fuck, and we're both guys who fuck. And we actually decided that we have more in common, and we're just trying to work the world a better place. Does anybody remember the time where FDR tapped Hitler on the shoulder during the press conference and told the world that they're just cool guys and good guys, and they're actually working to make the world a better place, and they actually agree more on what they disagree? Does anybody else remember that time in World War II with the existential fight against fascism? No? Where the leader of one of, the biggest liberal democracies in the world, fighting for democracy all across the world, met with the leader of international fascism, and they both decided that they actually have a lot in common, that they actually are just dudes who fuck, right? This guy fucks, I fuck. What's the problem? Right? We remember that time, right? That was one of the pivotal moments in world history. And of course, I'm being, facetious here. Facetious. That is the word, right? Facetious? That's the last time I'm trying to use that SAT word on y'all niggas, bro, because I show my lack of intelligence. I'm being, disingenuous here. Sure. I get that. But I just have to explain. It's just like, it just irks at a certain part of me. I don't know which part it is. I knew the nigga had to take a meeting with Trump at some point. I knew it was the case. But this little scene, this little episode here, right? Where all of a sudden, nigga didn't got shit to say about the fact he think ICE is fascist or anything like that. It's like, matter of fact, just so y'all just really hear in context what I'm talking about, can you pull up this nigga Zoran winning the Democratic primary? By the way, the electoral politics in New York is a racket. So him winning the Democratic primary right here is him winning the whole NYC mayor race. Like, we didn't even have to have an election day in November because this nigga already won since he won the Democratic primary. And this is him gassing up these bitch ass Democrats. That's why I don't fuck with the Democrats. This is him gassing up these bitch ass niggas right here, right? Can we play one time?
My friends, we have done it. A city where they can do more than just struggle. Where hard work is repaid with a stable life. Where rent-stabilized apartments are actually stabilized.
Yeah.
Where buses are fast and free. It's where the mayor will use their power to reject Donald Trump's fascism, to stop mass ICE agents from deporting our neighbors.
All right, pause right here. So this nigga Zoran, coming in as liberal Jesus, saying he'll reject the fascist regime. Where was all that energy, bro? Where'd all that energy, bro? He just told Trump, turn up the volume on what he's saying. Trump just turned down the volume on this nigga. He settled him down, bro. You went from turning up the volume to turning back down the volume. I'm confused. I don't even know how to follow this shit. What's going on here, bro? But I understand right now that I'm coming off as a play hater. And I I refuse to hate on a nigga, bro, who's coming up. This nigga, young man, came up from out of nowhere and made his bed, whatever, in New York City politics. So I can't hate on this nigga. This nigga a superstar right now, right? But I'm circling back to the central problem. DoorDash girl had to crash out on TikTok because Hollywood refuses to stop making Avengers 7, 8, 9 or make anything creative and unique. So you got DoorDash girl over here crashing out on TikTok. You got Mamdani over here playing the role of liberal Jesus, playing the role of the liberator of New York City from the fascist Nazis. All I know is Lynette, what is her name? Lynette something? Lynette, the head of the Academy of Motion Pictures and Sciences or whatever the fuck. If Zoran Mamdani does not win the Oscar next year for Best Actor in his leading role as liberal Jesus and the liberator of New York City from the fascist regime, we're bringing the fucking guillotine back to Hollywood Boulevard. Word to my fucking ma. Right? Because if he's not winning the award, what is even the award ceremony for? Right? I need Kanye to interrupt the Oscars next year and just be like, I'm gonna let y'all finish, but we all know Zoran should have won Best Actor for his role as liberal Jesus in this past election, my nigga. That's the only way to see it. That's the only way to see this shit at this point, bro. Because this shit's so bugged out, bro. But honestly, I can't hate. And honestly, I might have to use my film major one time. Because, I went to art school too. I went to bougie art school as well. And all I'm doing is sitting in debt. So I might as well use my art degree, right? Right? I'm going to give this nigga 90 days, bro. If this nigga don't got the bus fast and free in 90 days, I'm gonna have to jump in and start acting myself too, bro. If the B44 ain't free in 90 days, I'ma have to start acting too, bro. If I go past the little tap where you have to tap your little card on the little Omni shit, right? And the bus driver goes and tries to fix their lips to even say some shit to me, my nigga. On God. Day 91, we bringing the guillotine to City Hall Park. Metaphorically, of course, figuratively. But we are bringing the guillotine to City Hall Park and heads will roll. When I meet my dirtbag hipster friends, right? My dirtbag hipster friends at 3 a.m. in Bushwick in some sweaty club, and I have to take the B57 to the B43, and I go to the transfer to make it to the 43, and I have to wait 45 minutes because it's 3 a.m. And then the bus comes and I enter through the back door. If the bus driver even cuts their eyes to look at me as I skip paying the motherfucking fare, Tutu be my motherfucking word, fam. We are bringing the guillotine back to City Hall, my nigga. And on day 91, I'm going to hold a little press conference in front of my guillotine, right? And I will be running for the next mayor of New York City under Communist Party USA. You think this nigga a liberal? I'm running under Communist Party USA. Anything this nigga doing, I'm doing it better. Nigga, I went to art school too. Nigga, I done took an acting class too in college too, my nigga. Like, I can do this shit too. You think I can't do this shit? What this nigga got going on? What we doing? You think this nigga gonna freeze the rent? Hermes canceling the rent. We canceling the rent, right? We getting free Ubers for all your bros and all your hoes, on God, right? What else we doing? Oh, and we freeing that nigga K-Flock, right? Free Ubers for the bros and the hoes, and we screaming Flock until that nigga free. And after I convince all the transplant whites of Bushwick to vote for me, and I convince all the working family Democrats who fucking have a stranglehold on the city's politics, after I convince those bitch ass niggas, those AOC voters to vote for me, and after I convince some of the niggas in the streets who want to see Flocka free to vote for me, I'm gonna win that bitch in a landslide, right? I'm gonna win that bitch. And when I do, I'm going to drop the act 2 like this nigga. I'm going to hold another press conference. I'm going to be smoking a blunt with Zoran. Right? And they're going to ask me, the reporter's going to ask me, hey, we thought, didn't you say before that on day 1 of your mayoral campaign, after winning mayor and being mayor on day 1, didn't you say that you were going to decapitate Zoran Mamdani and put his head on a spike in Union Square? Didn't you say that, Hermes? And I'll go, whoa. I'll tap Zoran on the shoulder and I'll go, see, we're actually talking, and I actually realized that this guy fucks and I'm a guy who fucks, and we actually have a lot in common. We're actually going to work together to make New York City a better place for everyone. And no one will say nothing because no one's saying nothing now. And I'm liking that future for New York, because you got to realize that life is it's not about good guy liberals versus bad guy fascists. It's not about, this WWE illusion that they're selling you. Life is just about guys who don't fuck and guys who fuck. Which one are you going to be, America? Good night.